When you're gone, I lose faith, I lose everything I have found. Heartstrings, violence, that's what I hear when you're by my side. Ooh, yeah, that's what I hear when you're by my side. Ooh, but when you're gone, the music goes, whoa, 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 whoa. I lose my rhythm, lose my soul.
So, I mean, it's your first time playing at Way Home. How do you feel?
I feel good. I'm super excited for the set and everything. And again, the thing I love about summer festival seasons is that you go out on the countryside and there's a nice vibe of like holidays and people letting go. So it's just really pleasant.
So, I mean, Way Home is a huge festival, and you played here at a smaller venue. What do you find? What do you like better? Do you like playing for a bigger crowd or something more intimate?
I like both things. I like the variation of it because it's definitely. I will say it's two very different things in a way, because in a little intimate club show you get darker in a way, and you can get more like but at open crowds like this and this vibe, it gives you a very special like feeling of freedom and it's just a different thing. Yeah.
So let's talk about your new single that just got released, Cold Water. You featured with Justin Bieber and Major Lazer again. So how did that creative process came about? Like, how did you guys all get together?
No, yeah, it was. I came in a little bit later in the process. It was Diplo sending me the track. They had already done the production, and obviously the top line was made, and all these things. And I remember when I heard it first time, I was tearing up and just like, I thought it was so beautiful. And again, it had that perfect combination of being like poppy and relatable and but still mellow, and of course obviously having that fresh sound that Major Lazers are the kings of, so I was just I want to be on this fucking track, and then I flew into LA or something during Coachella, I think, and I co-wrote the bridge, the part that I'm singing with the guys, and that was it.
So, I mean, you first came out with Lean On, and it was a huge single. You have it has over 1 billion views now. Congratulations on that, by the way. So, I mean, how would you describe kind of more of your sound to people who's not really familiar with your own personal music?
I think pop music, but I'd like to say that pop music with some kind of edge to it. I mean, that's the goal that I'm aiming for, because if you just make pop music that sounds like any fucking thing else, then it's like, why bother, so it's important that you put personality into it and that you have something something that want to push the borders a bit, like something that's a little bit dangerous.
So let's actually talk about your final song. Let's hope it's not your final song.
It's not.
You mentioned that it's kind of connecting with your inner strength. I read that. And so can you tell us about a moment when you really felt connected with yourself?
I think every time I write a song that I really feel is, right, that's when I feel the most connected with myself. And again, that's the whole theme of Final Song. That is about that feeling that you get when you write, because it's that thing we all have. I mean, most of us have some kind of passion, and like a thing inside of us that we feel like we're good at, and when we do it, we feel great, and at some point last year, for like a couple of months, I had this weird thing where I didn't really feel connected with my, with my passion and my, writing the songs. They just wouldn't come out, But then it started to go better, and then Final Song was the song about actually reconnecting with this writing feeling of letting go and all these things. So yeah, that was that.
So when you watch a performance or when you perform, what do you find is the most important? The lyrics, the music, or just kind of the whole performing vibe?
When you perform live?
Yeah.
I think the most important thing again is just that you're authentic and that you're having fun and that the people can see that you're human and that you're just going for it. That you let go. I mean, my favorite shows that I've ever watched as a viewer has been some of the old punk shows, like at local punk shows, when you would go there and people would just they wouldn't care about an A&R dude or a publishing something, coming to watch them. They would just be into the music and just letting go and rolling on the floor and singing like shit and just being like bleh, and that's my favorite vibe. I mean, but of course, but still, so that's my go-to thing. If I let go and if I'm being myself, then that's gonna connect. I think, yeah.
So, what can we expect from your performance today?
Again, the thing is, it's you never really know, because you can't tell until you're there with the audience and with the vibe and with everything. But again, I always try to let go and to be energetic. of course, sing as well as possible and like do all the things you need to do as well as possible. But for me, the main thing is to be yourself, like in this book.
So we're all about the extra mile. So how do you go the extra mile as a performer?
I don't know, like for me, I remember one thing where I was like feeling this is the extra mile was when I started stage diving a lot, because I was like, I have to do that every time, and it has to be a thing, you know, even though maybe the vibe is not there, like I have to get out there because that's my way of being like, fucking, I'm doing this, you know, like. So that's one of the things, I guess. But for me, also in a way, even though it maybe sounds strange, but it's also like to ration, that you remember to take a breath so that you can, you know, so you ration your energy so it won't just be like one big explosion and then you'll be tired for the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So about being smart, but at the same time going crazy. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much.